Welcome to the Fit2 Talk podcast.
You just found the #1 health and fitness podcast for performers. And you're listening to a guest episode during which we discuss the realities of a career in the performing arts with those who are fit to talk about them.
Yes, we do. And if you like what we do, please leave us a review, or on Spotify, click that follow button.
Also, if you like our meaningful, helpful and accurate information, then maybe Fit2 Perform is for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You can find out more information over on our Instagram at Fit2 Perform West End, or on our website, fit-2.co.uk.
Moving on, we have an incredible guest for you today.
Yes, we do. She has done Mamma Mia not once, but twice in the West End. First time as a swing, and then second time returned in as ensemble in a post-COVID world.
I really thought you were going to say post-apocalyptic
I
world.
did nearly say post-apocalyptic. I can't even say post-apocalyptic.
It's easy for you to say.
Disaster.
Fascinating chat, actually, about the difference of, doing something pre-COVID and then going back to the same job afterwards in a slightly different role. But and then also the responsibilities of swing versus being ensemble and the perceptions of that.
Yeah, it's a fascinating chat. And it's also fascinating talking about her experiences in training and that kind of transition of going from training, going straight into a show before even finishing college.
Yeah. Oh, spoilers. Oh, goodness me. Well, please enjoy the casually captivating Chloe-Jo /CJ/Chloe/Jo Byrnes.
Very northern. I knew he was looking at me and I was like, I'm very northern, yeah. I've lived here for 12, 13 years and I've just not lost the accent at all.
I love this. So we're starting off with, I'm very northern. And I've not lost the accent at all. No. One, we'll unpick what very northern means in a moment.
How is that more northern?
Yeah, exactly. But before we jump into that, which I do want you to answer, every guest we have on the show, we ask them to slip in a lie.
Yes.
Would you be willing to attempt to slip in a lie?
100%.
Fantastic.
Yes.
That was immediate.
Yeah. Ready for it.
I've been very stressed about it, but I've sorted it.
So anyone listening for the first time, we ask all our guests to do this. At the end of the episode, we will ask the listeners which one you think it is, and we'll also guess, and we're very bad at guessing.
We're very bad at guessing.
So it's not going well.
No.
So now that that's done, let's jump back. One, what does very northern mean?
Well, I've been asked by a child what country I'm from. And I'm like, this country. Can you speak proper English? Oh. So it's like, the accent is just rough. That's what I say. Rough and northern.
It doesn't sound rough to me.
I wouldn't classify
Does it match what I look like?
I don't know what that means.
I
don't even know. I don't know how to begin answering that question.
I always think whenever I go in for an audition, they expect something, and then my mouth, and they go, "Oh my God, that's not the same person." I am.
Whereabouts are you actually from?
Halifax. So West Yorkshire.
West Yorkshire. Okay, because you said Halifax, and I was like, cool.
Up the bank. That's what I get all the time.
The famous bank. Cool. Fantastic. Yeah.
Was it Halifax this is a massive tangent. We'll start off with a tangent. Yeah. Was it Halifax that had Howard on the adverts?
Yeah. Oh.
Back in the day. Had like the round
I think it was Halifax that had Howard.
Legendary. You might be forgive me, you might be a little young to know that because we're old.
Correct. Yeah.
And that was like 90s.
Oh, no, it wasn't 90s. That was like 2000s.
I was born in the 90s, so...
It was like 2000s that advert was out.
Immediately, I'm going into that. So the question I'm going to ask you, which starts off for all of our guests, I suppose, is how does the story of Chloe-Jo Byrnes' life begin?
Well, it began at the age of 3 when I started dancing at my local dance school.
Your life began at the age of 3?
Just popped out 3 years old.
I popped out when I was born. But at the age of 3, I started at a local dance school in Halifax, and I did that all my life. Like, literally, that's all I've known. I went to a dance school called Strickland Cook Theatre School, and I did singing, ballet, tap, literally everything. And then went to school, a grammar school, did my GCSEs, my A-levels, and then I left at 18 to go to a dance college.
That was 18 years summed up.
I know, but
the quickest way.
There's nothing really exciting to say.
Well, you say that, but I think it's because you already know all of it. Right?
I wish, yeah.
Like, so I did not grow up in Halifax.
No, true.
What's that like?
There's not a lot there. Like not a lot there. Not many people go into performing as a career. It's like very, very small. There's not a lot of opportunities. Like we don't have like the West End. We're not like, I work in Potter's Bar. The kids there have the West End on their doorstep. I didn't. It was very much like, oh yeah, this is nice. I'd like to do this as a job. But what happens next? I did everything. Like I did all the local pantomimes, competitions. I auditioned for Britain's Got Talent.
Nice.
But yeah, sadly didn't make it very far.
What did you do?
I did a song and dance.
Oh, what song?
It's called Jazz Baby.
Oh, okay.
Jazz
Baby.
Can you reenact some of it for us now? Or?
Yeah, I can actually. I can remember the whole dance as well, but obviously I'm not going to get out of my seat. My daddy was a ragtime trombone player. My dad used to love it because it was like about my dad, and he was just like, right, okay. So now,
love this.
Yeah, it was great. But yeah, sadly,
I can see the impulse in the shoulder gave me the routine.
Just got the whole routine
like
just in that shoulder.
Yeah, it was all. Yeah.
Absolutely there. I love that. So, what made you apply for that?
I must have been about 7 years old, and I think they were doing auditions in Manchester, so that's like about 40 minutes from my house. And I think my dad was just like, you could be the next big thing. Like, just go on that. Because obviously we didn't have the West End or anything like that, so we didn't audition. So that was the next biggest thing. So yeah, I auditioned for that actually, no, I'm lying. I went to Blackpool. I actually went to Blackpool. It wasn't in Manchester. Because the Pleasure Beach, and I got donuts, and that's what I remember.
Why not? In fairness, the donuts are top tier.
Blackpool
Pleasure
is
Beach.
elite.
The donuts are fantastic.
I feel like
that's hot.
Just like burn your face off.
That is a surprise to me.
The donuts? Well, I like the donuts.
No, that's not a surprise.
I was going to say, how can that be a surprise?
But they're that good.
They are.
Is it just because they're fresh?
Yeah, it's because they're those like freshly like molten lava.
I just had to, this is
the North's elite. Like it is elite.
Fair, but I did just go to Brighton and have fresh donuts on Brighton Pier, which was
not the same.
I think fresh donuts are just bang.
Look, I'm not team South other than South Wales, so it doesn't. I don't think that's the same either. So you said your accent was rough.
Yeah.
Is Halifax rough?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I remember a previous partner I had told someone that I was from Halifax, and they said, "Does she have teeth?"
Oh, wow.
And he was like, "Yeah, she's got lovely teeth. Like she's got really nice teeth.
She's got fantastic teeth."
He was like, "Why?" Like. And then he went and it was like, I get it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
my dad thinks I'm a movie star when I walk back in Halifax.
Oh, wow.
I know, I love it. Well, I'm his daughter for a start. But
is that because of the way you dress, the way you hold yourself?
And I think because not anyone does perform, like no one does performing, it's like, I've got this aura, he says, when I walk around, and I love it. I'm like, oh, yes, I'm the one that used to live here and I've moved, yeah. I live in London now.
I love that story, though, because I think it reminds you of the magic of what, like, to everybody else, what you actually do. Right? And it's so easy to entirely forget, right, that you're just like, yeah, God, auditions suck. And it's like...
Oh, no, 100%. And they just put you on a pedestal almost that it's like, wow, like, you've done it. And I'm like, yeah, I have actually, yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
All right, so you went, you skipped to A-levels.
Yeah, I did A-levels, yeah.
How did you find school in general?
School's hard because I was obsessed with dancing. I danced every day of the week, and I found it hard with friends at school and I didn't drink. I still don't drink. So it'd be things like parties. They wouldn't invite me to stuff because they were like, oh, well, because you don't drink and like you're always at dance. And I'm like, but you haven't asked. I might be free for that day. And I lost a lot of like friends because of it, because I'd just get bullied because it was like, oh, she's obsessed with dance. She's a weirdo. She doesn't drink. But it's funny because then later on in life, those people try to come back into your life. And yeah, it's very
now
funny.
that you're a megastar.
Yes.
She's got an aura. Maybe it's because she dances and doesn't drink.
Yeah, but and I did my A-levels, which was hard because I was doing all my like advanced to ballet and tap and everything exams. And I went to a grammar school, so their expectations were I needed to become a scientist or a teacher. So when I said I wanted to dance, they said to me it was an unrealistic career choice. And they made me apply for university, even though I said I don't want to go to university. So that was tough because you're like fighting against a school that I enjoyed my school. It was just more that they didn't get what I wanted to do. And then the day they found out I got into Lynn on a full scholarship. They were like, it's like Billy Elliot. And I thought, wow, yeah.
You're right.
That's it, yeah.
Correct.
Also, I really struggle with this because I had the same in my school, right? And yet, you know, I think they handled it quite well. They were like, look, the odds are slim.
Yeah.
Like the chances of you managing to do this are so like infinitesimally small. Like you need a backup. And I'm like, well, okay, like, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, and then I think sometimes it's misleading to hear people like on the podcast, like us sat here going, we did make it, we did manage to do that. And it might skew the opinion of somebody going, oh, maybe there's a chance. And you're like, actually, that's because the 99% of people who tried didn't get there.
I think it's the money as well, that was always the big stress for us. It was the price of a college to move to London. So that's why it was always that stress of going, okay. And it's horrible that you have to think, what if I don't? What's my backup?
Yeah.
Like, you know, most people say, I want to become a nurse, and that's it. They're a nurse. And they've worked hard to be a nurse. But yeah, the money was my parents' biggest like concern. And it was so stressful. I was working, even when I was 16, I used to work at like a rugby club just to get a little bit of money, like making teas and coffees, just to like start myself off. And I had money to, okay, if I want to go out with my friends at college, I can do that. And it was really tough. But
that was the same. You looked perplexed.
Well, I do think it's curious that like schools and colleges really try to prevent people from going into performing, even though they have no concept of what a career in performing is.
Yeah.
I just find that strange. It is obviously a very difficult career and it is very money dependent, as we've said, but it seems strange to me that they would immediately be like, no, you need to go to university, you need to go and do this, because they don't know anything about performing.
No.
I don't know. There's just something that like,
it's like we used to do the flexibility test at school. I always remember it's where you put your heels out and you've got to touch your toes. And like some of these boys could do it. And they're like, yeah, they're really flexible. And I couldn't do that stretch. That was one stretch I couldn't do. But that's what they class as dance. They're really flexible. Say, you can't even do that. I'm like, I can do other things. Okay, I can do others. But yeah, it was tough because again, they didn't get my dancing outside of it. There was one teacher who was my PE teacher, Mr. Langhorn, and he will be forever someone that I remember because he supported everything. He was so interested and like always keen, asking what I was doing, like wanted to see videos, like pictures from the competitions. And it was like, he was the one that just kept me, but it is still amazing to do. Whereas the other teacher was like, yeah, it's just not realistic. It's not going to happen. So without him like pushing, and I think school would have been even more miserable.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, yeah.
It sucks. And it's also just, you're in good company. Neither of us drink, by the way.
Yeah.
I
love that.
Yeah,
I literally never, three of us.
the soberest room you've been in a while. This is laced with vodka, but other than that,
that's not drinking.
Yeah, that's a gout. So was that always the case for you?
Yeah, it was weird. All my family drink. Like, I'm going to say the big drinkers, and then they're going to be like, Chloe, you can't say that. But no, they all love a drink. My sister, like everyone. And I don't know why I tried it once and I hated the taste. And I think I used to watch like 16-year-olds at school getting drunk. And I'd be like, oh, like, why do you want that feeling? I was like, I don't get it. So yeah, ever since I was like young enough, like my dad used to give me like a lager shandy at my Holy Communion at like 13 years old. But yeah, I don't like it. No interest in it at all. At all.
That's so fascinating because I'm like, what usually happens is that something will happen at that point and you'll go, oh God, I found one that I like. And then you go down this strange thing. And then the flip side of that is people come to that realization after drinking for a period of time. And actually, you've just managed to
But it's like, if someone said to me now, try this, I would never be like, no, sorry, I don't drink at all. But I have never tried anything and gone, yeah, I really like that. Yeah. At all. I'm happy with my Coke. I'm happy with my apple juice. I'm literally just like, that's fine. And I think a lot of people don't get that because they think it's because I'm obsessed with being a dancer and looking good. And I'm like, no, it's just genuinely because I don't like it. I really don't. And I used to get boring at school all the time because I didn't drink.
you find it like people now still have a problem with it?
It's weird, yeah, because I remember when I was in Mamma Mia and we used to get like presents, you know, like when you're going for your covers and things like that, it was always like a bottle of Prosecco. And I was like, I don't drink. But because I wasn't, like you say, I wasn't an alcoholic that's, you know, been in rehab or anything, they just saw it as, well, oh, but that's what you get. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So it is, and then they used to be like, you don't drink. It's like, no, not at all. Like, not even like want a sip. So yeah, it was. They still, and even when I say to people now, oh, I'll just have an orange juice, like, oh, are you pregnant? Like, no, I
They want to know why.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
It's constant, isn't it?
It is constant. The whole like bottle of champagne thing for covers or bottle of Prosecco.
Yeah.
Like, I'm allergic to alcohol. So, and I always tell companies, I'm like, I'm allergic. Like, please don't put me anywhere near alcohol. And then I still get a bottle of Prosecco when I go on for a cover, and I'm like, oh, so you want to just give me something that will kill me?
Yeah.
Cool.
But what
fantastic.
Great.
Why not?
They're great for
I won't be
passing
going on for my cover at this rate.
because I'll be
I'll
dead.
just neck this and then
like
see you in A&E.
I've got a cupboard full of them that are great for giving to other
The
people as gifts.
Yeah.
Oh, they look
You're
nice on our little stand at
Yeah,
home.
one of them was like a really nice fancy bottle of champagne for something I did, and I was like, that's.
But it's like,
I've
even
never been open
my
to.
partner drinks and he gets them, but he keeps them there as decoration. So even he doesn't go, oh, I really want to try that.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, they look nice. So I'm like, oh.
I just find that people have a strange fascination with it. And I don't know if it's because it's so out of the ordinary. I don't think it is that out of the ordinary
Definitely
anymore.
not nowadays. I see it a lot less, like a lot less people drink nowadays than what, like when I was younger.
And like 0.0 stuff is like actually common now. In most bars you could get something.
Yeah, you get, and like the kind of, when they've brought spirits through now, like those non-alcoholic spirits, like they're everywhere, and it's actually like I love a mocktail.
Mocktail.
There's mocktails
juice.
everywhere.
Just
Juice.
juice.
Just juice.
Just so much sugar. I'm like, sign me up. Let's go.
Apple combined with orange juice, done.
I'm like, has
My
it got
fridge
passion
at
fruit?
home,
Let's go.
literally mango and passion fruit.
Oh, passion fruit. Get
yes.
amongst
We
it.
basically want to go to Joe and the Juice, but without the price.
Yeah,
Yes.
without spending like £8.
I need
for
a
a
mortgage for a juice.
Oh, God. Joe and the Juice, man.
Yeah.
Drop those prices.
But yeah, it's so annoying. I don't know why.
And like I say, that they always think as well, it's because I'm obsessed with being a dancer and that I just want to look good. I'm like, well, no, even if it was, so what? But it's not. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what do you drink then? Like, well, water, juice. Like, there's
Other
what
liquids.
do you drink
There
during
are
the day?
options.
Like, what do you drink?
So you went from there. The moment you got offered that place then at Lane, were you just desperately hoping that you got a scholarship?
Yeah, so it was, I always remember the conversations with my parents. It was like, you hear all these stories of parents like remortgaging their house and we had an honest, that was never an option because one, I would never do it to them and my parents just couldn't do that. So it was always that like thing of going, right, Lane was my dream because I'd been to all the summer schools every year and I loved it. And I was like, right, it was a lot of pressure, but I was like, right, okay, if I don't get it, I'll try another one or I will, leave it a year and try something else. So yeah, it was, I always remember the day I got the letter, my parents said I wasn't allowed to open it until they were home. So I was in the school. I know.
brutal.
So I was in the school bathroom, like shining it under the light, and I could see it said that I am delighted. I was like, right, there's something. There's something.
It's becoming.
So I was like, there's something.
Was it a thick envelope? Because
No, it's so thin.
Was it
so
terrifying?
thin.
Because
Tricky.
The things like all my friends, right?
It had the Lane stamp on, so I was like,
If it had a rejection, it was thin, and usually when I was auditioning, because nothing was online.
no.
If you got in, they would have to send you all the forms as part of it, so it would be a thick envelope. So you kind of knew, based on if it was thick or thin. But I guess you don't have that anymore.
No. But I just remember the day I opened that letter with my dad. I was reading it and I was buzzing because it just said you're in. I was like, oh, thank God. And he was like, keep reading. And I was like, why? And it said at the bottom, and you don't have to come back, we're offering you a full scholarship on the day. And it was like that feeling was like I could just remember even my dad, like his face, he was just buzzing because he was like, there's not that stress then of having to go back and think, right, she's got the first step. What about the next? It's one of the moments I will forever like remember sat in the car with my dad on FaceTime to my mum being like, we've done it.
Because also awful, like if you'd got the first bit and then you have to go and do that scholarship audition, knowing that you can't go, one, your audition is going to suck. Like, probably, there's too much pressure.
It's horrible.
And then if you didn't get that scholarship, then like your parents, everybody's just, there's no positive.
No, it would have been, I think as well, it's like my way of giving back. They've put so much money and time into me over the years. So like to do that, it was like, we've done it, like together. Yeah. It was like, yeah, we've done it. We're in and we're all happy.
And you'll have to really take care of them when they're old.
Yes.
That's the deal.
If they're listening to this, they'll be like, damn right.
I will. He'll be sending to all his friends at work. He'll be like, my dad was on a podcast. Like, he's my biggest fan.
So then you went to Lane.
Yes, I did.
Now, obviously, we speak and hear about every drama school and everybody's experience. What was Lane like for you?
Yeah. So I loved it. I did love it, but it was really hard. And I think when you are put as a dancer at Lane, even though I can sing, I can act, obviously you're primarily a dancer. It was a tough 3 years because like I was really good at ballet, but I wasn't ever allowed in any of the ballet pieces because I was too big. Oh. And that stigma was still there when I was, it was about eight years ago. And
when
it was
did you
a
graduate? 18 or 17?
2018, yeah. 18. So it was a lot of, I never had issues ever before with my body or anything like that. And I knew I was slim, but it was in my second year at college where it just became like obsessive, like thinking, because they had mirrors that distort your body weight. And you hear all these rumours and they are true. And it's just a very old-fashioned way of why they do it. I get, looking after yourself, keeping healthy, but rather than just saying, look after yourself, keep healthy, it's like it messes with your whole mind. And I was so unhappy thinking that, I can't be in that piece because I'm too big, or I'm not being seen by the teacher because I'm not slim enough, or I'm not, even pretty enough. It was things like makeup. It was very like old school, like you had to wear full face of makeup, red lipstick, which we all do. Like we all do it. I do it for every audition I go to, but it was that pressure of I have to do it rather than I'm choosing to do it. It was, what I got out of the college was brilliant, and the training, the dancing, was phenomenal, but it was really, really tough because as well, everything's in-house with Lynn. Like they don't do agent meetings or anything like that. So it's like, well, what happens next? I'm in this little bubble, which is great, but how do I?
There's also no way out.
No.
Like if they don't like you, you're screwed.
Oh yeah, I was lucky. I was liked. I wasn't like the favourite. The ones that were favourite though, I always think they're the ones that then struggle to find work because they've been given everything at college. And then, but I did all right. I was like in that middle where I wasn't forgotten about. But I always remember once I got told that we had like an agent meeting with the in-house agent. And this was before I auditioned for anything. He was like, you're really good. And like all the teachers love you. You work really hard. But you just haven't got, you're just missing something. It's like star quality. And when you're just like, okay. Like this was before I was about to go in for auditions for Mamma Mia at the time as well. And you just think, well, that's great.
What a constructive piece of criticism.
Perfect.
And I think as well, because I wasn't quirky, I always remember in one class, me and this girl were wearing the exact same thing, but mine was Adidas because I was comfortable in Adidas. And she had leopard print. And a teacher told me, she'll get the job because she's cool. But I'm like, yeah, but I wouldn't be comfortable wearing that. And it was just that pressure all the time of how you look. Your body, everything. It was just a lot.
So much of that pissed me off. Let's reiterate.
Yeah, no, of course.
What that last bit, let's just jump on that for a second. She's not getting the job because she wore a leopard print version of it. Yeah. That's not what happens. No, that's insane.
It's what you're comfortable in. I would never be comfortable wearing that. I'd feel stupid.
This is the thing. If you go in what you're comfortable in, you are going to perform to your best because you are in the most comfortable position. If you go in
feeling weird
and feeling uncomfortable, you're not going to do a good job.
Imagine being in the finals and you're on the panel and there's two people that come in. One does a slightly better job than the other, but one is wearing a leopard print thing and you go, well, she is cool.
She's cool.
Let's have her.
Maybe I should wear leopard print for all auditions now.
I think you should.
Yes.
Yeah, like a leopard print
Everything.
waistcoat.
Test this out.
Listen.
I'll get the same ones as you, and I won't wear leopard print.
And I'll wear
we'll just see what happens. Because we're the same.
We're exactly the same.
Other than that, so that's one thing we need to address. The other one I wanted to ask you about was the mechanics of this, right? So this comes up a lot from people who've been to pretty much every drama school. But the atmosphere that's created that creates that fear in you of I need to look a certain way, makeup, or in my body's X, Y, Z. Where does that come from?
I think it's because you're all in a room together, especially girls. You're all in a room together in like no clothing, and you're just so exposed. And the ones that stand out or get picked are the ones that have got the full face on, slim, like in the middle, like. And I think then you become obsessed with it, but it's probably not even because of that. But you're just constantly like comparing and judging yourself all the time. And I think that's what I've loved about like not being in college life anymore, because you don't see these people every day. You don't hear what they're up to. That person's got that audition, and that person's like, you only talk to your friends about that. Like, whereas at college, it was like, oh, well, that person's doing that. I'm not. Why am I not? And then they get picked for everything. And it's like, well, it was just, you just compare, and it's horrible. You're like stuck in this room just full of people that you think you're the same as, but someone keeps getting something over you, and you just think, well, why? What makes them different?
Do you think that's unavoidable then?
I think it's always going to be the case, and I think it's something you grow up into, that like when you get older, you go, all right, that was just stupid. That was me being 18 years old, just comparing myself all the time. But I think we still do it now. Like if I'm on an audition now with loads of people in a dance call, I am always looking around comparing myself, and I shouldn't be, but I care less now, whereas before I'd take it home with me and then I'd be going then the next day to class, and it'd be a constant cycle, whereas this one, it's I go home, go to bed, and that's it. Forgotten about.
Yeah. It's so tricky, isn't it? Because panels don't tell you what they're looking for. When you're in an audition scenario, and let's say there's 30 of you in a room, it is beneficial for you to a certain extent, or at least this is my thought process around this, that you'd go, if I know sort of vaguely how everybody did and what they're sort of bringing to this, then when they cut 20 of us, I can work out what they were looking for.
Yeah, 100%.
So next time, if it's possible, I can be closer to that thing, whether it was the way they did the movement or what they looked like. And you go, sometimes you're like, sometimes you're in an audition from the people they keep, you're like, oh, I don't know why I was here.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
This was not,
No.
I was a rogue choice that they brought in for this. And sometimes it's like, oh, all of those people are wearing clothes that are similar to this. Okay, next time I'm in, I get it. I should have worn a jacket for the Jersey Boys dance call, which, do you know what I mean, or whatever it might be. Like, do you know, if you go in for Jersey Boys, they're literally like, you must wear a shirt and jacket. Not for the dance.
Really?
Yeah. When you go in for the, if you're in for any of the 4 seasons, you have to wear a shirt and jacket. The American producers are like,
sure.
Comedy
I
Gold.
don't think I own a shirt and jacket.
I didn't get a job, so my shirt was obviously wrong. So there surely has to be some stuff that can be in place, though, to sort of try and reinforce a positive version of that. Like, whether it's explaining why this person is chosen or why a person was cast, that is like, it's because of the way they danced. Even sort of hearing that sometimes might be beneficial to then go.
Or their leg was better than yours, or anything like that. Yeah. I think that's what I've tried now, because I teach kids in the minute, and a few of them want to go off into college, and that's what I try to do if we do like an audition situation. I'll be like, oh, it's because she did that really nicely, and that just stood out for me. And it can be literally... And one girl, we do like a monologue speech, and you have to talk about yourself for a minute. And she said she likes popcorn. And I always remember it's like those little things that stick out that you go, right, that's why in the room I remembered that girl. Whereas if everyone's talking the same about, I'm Chloe and I like dancing, it's like, what stands out? Yeah. So that stood out for me.
Everyone here likes dancing. Yeah. Or they wouldn't be here.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, like say, if they give that little thing of, oh, she was wearing red today and I like red, or her leg was better on that, you go, okay, fair play.
Yeah.
Like, great.
Well, also sometimes though, people don't know those things about themselves. No. So they like subliminally, if you looked at a cross section of who people have put through in an audition scenario, a director or a choreographer, there probably is like, oh, if they wear purple, there's a higher chance with this choreographer of you getting a recall.
Yeah.
But that choreographer doesn't know that.
No.
They just like the colour.
I think it looks nice on you. Yeah.
And without even processing that, go like, they look good.
Yeah.
Let's give them a recall. Like, we can't possibly know that stuff. So I wonder if that mechanism is there, that comparison that happens in order to sort of try and find what works so that we can succeed. Maybe because it is so difficult. But they can probably do more.
They could just communicate. Like, I kind of think all of these situations, like whether it's at college or whether it's in an audition room, it all just falls apart because of communication, because they just don't tell you anything. So then even if there's like the simplest thing, like we said, like their leg was better. Yeah. Like if they don't tell you that, then you go round and round in your head. You drive yourself crazy. Yeah.
It's because I had bags under my eyes that day.
Yeah. Like it's because
couldn't get rid of them.
Yes.
It's because I ate 3 croissants for breakfast. Like, come on. Like,
that is why.
That's always why I'm cut.
I got told once though it was because I didn't get a job because I had blonde hair. But I was like, but you've known me from the very beginning, and you've never asked, would you dye your hair? I'd wear a wig. I'd do anything. So sometimes it's like you're just saying something to pluck something out of thin air.
Yeah. And they don't know. Sometimes they don't know, and that's okay. Yeah. Well, if there's 50 people in the room and you saved some people, let's be honest, it's because you didn't actually have the opportunity to look at the others. That's your poor organisation. Yeah. You fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, whereas if it's in a final, you should know.
You've known that person. Yeah.
But it should be enough to say, you were excellent. This other person just had something. And I received that feedback a couple of years ago and I really respected that. I was like, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
because you go, okay, that's fine because I did everything I could.
Yep.
Like, and it was just that at that moment they chose them. Yeah. Like, fine, I can make my peace with that. That's absolutely fine.
I don't know if you agree with this. Well, I'm going to call you CJ now.
Yes.
Nice. There we go.
As we go through the podcast,
CJ.
That like you kind of I've actually entirely lost what I was about to say. Middle of that thing. Based on the feedback you have, no, it's gone. It's entirely gone.
Never mind.
But like you say, you do question, like, what could I have done? Should I have done this? And it's even like nowadays I think, should I become a bigger profile on TikTok? It's like that obsession now where I go, am I not getting something because I've seen so many where it's a celebrity or higher name casting. I'm thinking, I just post because I like posting. Like, it's not for anyone or it's not to get recognised. Some months I'll go months without posting, then I'll post like 5 things at once because I just want to. And you become obsessed with it. Whereas sometimes if they just go, no, it's nothing to do with you. It's fine. Like, it's just, we prefer that person to do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But because like you say, you just become obsessed and you think, should I have done this? Should I have done that? And
I wonder. I just don't know if feedback should be mandatory, provided, or not given at all.
I find it less as a dancer though. We get less feedback.
Yeah.
So like my partner, he's an actor singer, and the audition process for him is so different to what it is for me. And I get it. You're not going to send 50 individual, sorry, it was this, or was that. But there were times I don't even get a no. Whereas he, most of the time now, will get, thank you for coming, but not today.
Yeah.
They are getting better at this.
They are.
And I think what it should be, this is my, like, off the top of my head, this is what I think it should be. I think you should always get a yes or a no.
Yeah.
100%. There's no doubt to that. I don't think it's realistic to give feedback in like the first couple of rounds. Because
100%.
particularly for dancers, there's too many of us.
So many of us.
And I don't remember you even on
of course not.
And they might not have a reason, like we said. They might just have gone, okay,
I liked her, that's it. Yeah.
5-minute slots for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Typing up the feedback to send to people would be a full-time job.
Exactly. But by the time you get to the final, you deserve feedback. Mm-hmm. I think you deserve feedback, so they should give feedback, and then it is up to you whether you want to receive that feedback.
Yeah, offer it. I
think it should be offered. And then if you don't want it, don't get it. If you want it, you take it.
Yeah.
Like,
especially when you spent all that time and money on an audition. I think it's that people don't always see. You know, I've got an audition in a few weeks where I've got to travel to Maidstone and I'm in Bedfordshire. That's 2 hours. Like, of course I'm going to do it because the job will be good if I get it. But that's like £50 in petrol that I've lost.
Yeah.
And time. The money you could have earned. Yeah. Let's say you're in work.
Yeah, of course.
This is the thing. It's always the money that you could have earned. That you've taken a day off, because you can't take like half a day off. You've taken a day off to go do an audition and you're like, that's a substantial amount of money that I could have earned that day.
Yeah.
And if you're working like, by the day, like living hand to mouth, as they say, then you probably have to take time off to learn the material.
Yeah.
Like
of course.
And probably have a singing lesson.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
These things mount up. The costs mount up.
Yeah.
I had a mild argument with an unnamed casting director about this.
I know this story.
About they were saying that it was basically irresponsible of performers not to get both an acting class, a private acting class, and a singing lesson for every audition. And he was like, they were like, that wasn't a pronoun correction. It was trying to disguise any kind of identity of this. They were saying that that's what used to happen in their day. And I was like, it wasn't, though. It wasn't.
No.
No.
Only if you were wealthy.
Yeah. Who
You're
could
also
afford
kind of
that?
the same age.
Like, who could afford that?
This is my problem.
madness.
I'm like, I come from a similar sort of
Yeah.
financial background as you're describing, and I'm like, there's no money to have done that. Really, at any point in my career, have I been able to do that? In fact, one of the first times in my life I've actually got a singing lesson for an audition was relatively recently, and that's because I was like, I probably can do this now.
Yeah, no, but like you say, the world is so much more expensive now. How it's like dance class and stuff. I can't afford to go to dance class every week because one, I've got a job, I've got to pay for our mortgage. Like, what? Yeah, it's crazy, and it's like, when's the time?
When is the time? Did you say you were working at Potter's Bar?
I do. I work in Potter's Bar.
What do you do there?
I teach dance, singing, and musical theatre.
Famous Potter's Bar.
I'd never heard of it.
Have you not?
Never. I never heard of where I live. I live in Biggleswade. What's that? Most people
I've
think it's
never
made
heard
up.
of that, so,
I think I have only because of Potter's Bar.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like 40 minutes.
do you know what this is? Surely.
I know Potter's Bar. Yeah, I know that place exists.
But there's like a whole show thing there.
What?
Like, what, infrastructure? Like a bunch of people that live, and work in the West End live in Potter's Bar.
But I find that in where I'm from, we
In
thought
Bedford?
nobody
Oh, up
lived
north?
there. Yeah, no, in Biggleswade.
Right.
That nobody lived there. And then we were getting trains home and we're like, you're a performer. Like, you're a performer. It's because it's like that little bit out of London where you can afford, but you're still close enough to get in.
Yeah, Bedford Way has become a
It's
massive
the new West
performer
End.
thing.
That's
the one.
It used to be like Forest Hill.
Yeah.
That was the one. Like
Broccoli.
from Charing Cross, everyone after a show.
I lived in Broccoli.
There you go.
And it was literally after I'd finished the show, I'd get on the tube at Piccadilly Circus and I'd be like, oh God, there's a lot of people on here, obviously from Shaftesbury Avenue. And then I'd get on the train and I'd just be avoiding people.
Yeah, literally. Like, oh, sorry, I didn't
just
see you.
avoiding.
You're like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Headphones in.
Yeah.
Everyone has like headphones on.
Needs to head down.
There's also around you are just people who are holding programs of the show.
And they're flicking through it and I'm
over
like, oh.
You're like, and I never look anything like I was in the show.
I will get
like
recognised
crap.
either, like, because I'm a dancer. They don't even care. Like, they literally don't care about dancers. It's crazy. I remember one day out stage door, I was waiting for my partner. He played Harry. So of course, he's a lead. He's one of the dads. And I was waiting for him. Stood there waiting. They were all like, as soon as he came out, I walked out, nothing. It was like, who are you? And then he walks out and he's like, oh my God, Harry, like, oh my God, actually asked me to take a photo of them. And I just looked at him and I was like, and I walked off. I thought,
You didn't.
yeah, I was like, no, I'm waiting across the road. I was like, I was in the show too.
I feel like that's relatively, sadly, normal.
Yeah.
Like, I think because I've been ensemble in a whole bunch of shows or cover or whatever, and they only care about the people playing the lead parts.
That you're going to see all the time.
That is true. And they pretty much only really care if you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
that's true. When I was doing Joseph the first time,
Yep.
I was playing Reuben and sang this song, and I went out at the stage door, and this woman asked me for an autograph, and she was like, "You were lovely. You were my second favorite Reuben." And I was like,
Brutal.
"Oh, okay." I was like, "Who is your first favorite?" She was like, "The guy that was just before you. He was amazing.
Yeah.
he was amazing." I was like,
Thank you.
"Oh, cool." Feels like something you could have not said.
Yeah, it's just said you enjoy the show.
Like that's a you bit of information.
Car darling is what my Lewis Lane used to say. Just leave it for the car. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Not that I remember it 15 years on, but
Not bitter at all.
not bitter. So tell me, you then went from Lane and rapidly, when did you land Mamma Mia?
So I was still in my third year at college, and it was my first ever audition.
Casual.
But
Love
I think that's why it was good, because because it was my first audition, I wasn't stressed. I mean, I was nervous, but I think I was like, right, it's the first experience. Let's see what happens. And yeah, I remember like getting told, I was in my acting class, which I wasn't enjoying at the time. And we got an email on my phone, and it was like, from my agent, can you come to my office? And you just think, right, this is either a yes or a no. Like, I've been in the final now. What? Like,
come into the office. I don't even know.
And literally,
it's like when your agent calls, you're like, that's going to be a yes.
Yes. Yeah. That happened once to me, and then it was a no, and I was like, oh,
I had the same. I was laughing because of a prominent moment.
I was
I'm so sorry.
My heart was going. I was like, I've got it. It's like,
crushed.
It was awful. But yeah.
But that was a good one.
Yes. Lane was like all glass buildings as well. So like when you're walking, everyone can see where you're going. And it was like, they're going to see me coming out.
Of course, the agent is in the building.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, it was just, you've got the job and you're going to be leaving in 2 months' time. The best feeling. It was my dream. I've always dreamed to be in the West End. And like at 21, to be told that, I was like,
yeah, an acceptable entry job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
that'll do.
Just Mamma Mia on the West End. Like,
yeah.
Cool.
It was.
And so you were ensemble.
I was a swing in my first year.
Swing in the first year. Your spotlight.
That's
second year I was ensemble.
That's
I went back.
brutal. So to start off as a swing,
I was like, why?
Welcome.
Yeah, it's like, why? Like, why was I picked?
Lisa, right?
Yeah. I was like, why was I picked to be a swing when I have no experience? We didn't even do swing project at this point at college. And I remember I cried probably about 10 times in the singing like swing calls, because I was like, I can't do this. Like,
it's too many lines.
It's too many. Who am I? Woman 1, 2, or 3?
I'm so confused.
And he was like, you're fine. I'm thinking, no, I'm not. Like, I'm just going to make it up.
Yeah, what about this makes you think I'm fine?
Because I'm not. But it actually was amazing. And I loved being a swing on that show, because you get to dance with everyone. And like 1 minute you're at the back shimmying with the cover dads and dynamos, and it's brilliant. And then 1 minute you're at the front. And I always used to think I was never going to be on. I was wrong. That show you are always on.
I was like, it's West End, you'd be on constantly.
Yeah.
Constant.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
This is the difference. I think we should mention this, right? The difference for anybody that doesn't know, if your family's listening, being a swing in a West End show, because people are allowed to take holiday, that means that there's at least 4 weeks holiday for every person there. That means every single time one person's on holiday, and normally there's more than one after the first 3 months, you're probably on.
And I think as well, especially when you're in a show with people with kids, the amount of times that like some of the dynamos would have to go off because something's happening with a child, or they've got a school something. It's great. I was always on. Like, I loved it. I was like, yeah. But then the second time I went back, I was ensemble. So this was after COVID, which I also loved. But yeah,
I feel like there's more to this.
Yes.
Tell me more.
I think it was a really tough year, because I'd left Mamma Mia after a year, and then I was auditioning, and then COVID hit. So I was like literally that peak of, I just finished, got my first job, and then it was like stopped. And then towards the end of COVID, I got asked if I'd like to come back because someone's just decided they don't want to. And I was like, absolutely. Like, I'll take anything. And I think I found it really hard being back in that building, because it was a completely different atmosphere to what it was the first time. I think because everyone, with COVID, it was like, everyone was different. I think everyone wasn't miserable, but it was just, you thought you were entitled to more. And I was like, we're back at work. Like, I don't care right now. Like, and I just, it was one of the most hardest but still rewarding years ever. And I think I changed so much from, I was 21 the first time. The second time, I was 20, 25. And even that time, like, you grow up so much and you're in the same building but with different people. The atmosphere was just so different. And after the pandemic, we were wearing masks to like practice with each other. We we're allowed to touch and hold hands, but then as soon as we could go on stage, we were allowed to touch.
Yeah.
Like, I was wearing gloves, like, to do voulez-vous, and I was like, like, what is this?
Gloves.
Like rubber gloves.
That is fantastic.
We actually met on a show
Just
in that
like,
environment, so we get it.
It was crazy.
And I really found what you said really interesting about that sort of vibe of it being like who deserve more. Like, you're in this place where you're like, not everybody, some people in our experience were really, really grateful to be there and wanting to make the most of it. And so you're like, okay, let's just stay as safe as we can. And other people, not so much.
And that's what I think hard, because I completely get it. You get older, you've got higher demands. You need this, you need that. But I was also like, we've literally not had anything for 3 years. Like, you knew what you were coming back into. You were coming back into that show because 90% of them were already the COVID cast before. So I was like the odd one that was just shoved back in. It was just, it was so difficult. And I think I actually, for the first few months, I was just so like almost not miserable, but it was like, this is not what it was last time, because it was just that negativity all the time and the stress, and it was awful.
Yeah, I think there's also an element, like I always find, when you go back to a job or you go back to like a venue that you've had a great time at, you always run that risk.
You've got that expectation.
Yeah, you're like, okay, that was a fantastic last time. I had the best time. I met these amazing people, and then it can be so disappointing, and then when it is disappointing, then it's even more disheartening that you're like, I came back thinking it was going to be this thing. And it just
I'm sorry I didn't do Joseph again, Bobby. You'll forgive me in time. But no, you're bang on, right? You're like,
and you just think, it was so different. And you always just think, what if I hadn't have taken that again, then would I have done something? But I was so glad I did go back, because again, I was working in a restaurant, and I was doing Zoom, like teaching classes. It was painful. Like, I literally was working in a restaurant where footballers were allowed to all join together and watch football, and I wasn't allowed to dance on stage with people. Like, it was crazy. But I met some of the best people in those muggle jobs, as we call them, like ever. But it was awful.
Also, teaching on Zoom is one of the most draining.
Oh my God.
It's miserable.
If you teach on Zoom for like, I was working on Zoom throughout the day for a drama school teaching here, and then I would finish at 5:30 and start teaching at a drama school in China from 6 until about 10:30, I think, I can't remember. And I was no longer a human being.
No.
I'm like,
the kids would look at me and they'd be like lounged over their sofa, like, do I have to?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, you do.
And then
stand up.
Then you'd get the odd one in their bedroom with the glare of an obvious game on
and
their face. You're like, okay.
No. It was like, in the beginning it was great. It was like, oh my God, we found a new way to do this. But after a while it was like, right, this needs to stop now. And I think it changed everyone. I think it changed children. Because remember the first time we all went back to like teaching it in person, kids were like, can I touch people? Can I like get close to? It was so weird. It was just like the oddest adapting back to that safe COVID but no COVID like time. It was horrible.
So I guess it's tricky then for the answer to this question I'm going to ask you, which is, when you look at, you were swing first and then you were ensemble second, did you consider that a sideways step, an upward step, or a step down?
So it was weird, because everyone puts ensemble as that's the best. And I always remember one person asked me why would I do a swing? Because why do swings get paid more money? Because they don't do as much. And I was like, oh, they do. That was someone actually in the cast as well, like crazy. But I was like, yeah, I know. It was so.
They don't do as much.
I was like, so it was weird, because then you had I had less responsibility the second time, and I was obviously doing the same thing every day. But I think it was a nice thing to go back to, because it was like I did one thing and that was it.
Yeah.
Went in, did my job, and went home. Like, it wasn't like I had to, right, I'm on for this person today. So I could just enjoy that moment, and that was it.
Also, pay is not based on the amount of work done.
Literally, no, it's not.
Because that would be an entirely different ballpark.
Like most celebrity cameos, like Jason Donovan in Joseph was there for 8 minutes.
Joseph, we would have been paid a fortune.
I would never have done
Literally.
more.
No, but it's it was crazy. It was one of the. I think, and I got the experience of both. And obviously, I was a really good track. The second time I went back, I was like the front track. So obviously, when people in all the West End Live videos, you're right at the front. Whereas when you're a swing, usually you're at the back, just because it's easier to put people at the back. So, but it was a little bit of I was swing before, and I was on more money then, and I was, I kind of just took it as it was and thought, I've not been in work for 3.5 years because of COVID, so I'll take it.
Yeah,
so,
and West End show.
Yeah, literally.
Post-COVID as well. It's nice to just actually perform. Like,
oh my goodness,
know that you're performing every night and go, just enjoy it, have fun.
I hope you don't mind asking this, but when you mentioned earlier on about that stuff about body image that really hadn't really thought about before, and then drama school happens. Your experience then in the industry, has that affected you? And if so, like, what's your experience with that now?
It was weird when I loved, so Mamma Mia was great. It was like, it was never a stress. It was like, they messaged you, that's your size, cool, we'll get you a costume for that. They were so good. But there was the time after COVID, I'd lost quite a bit of weight. I think I was unhappy. Like, I'd had a break. It was all that horrible stuff. And she was measuring me up and she was like, "Oh, you've lost weight. Like, is everything okay?" I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." So it's always that pressure of people are always like writing your measurements, checking what size you are. But I think now I'm older, I've just gone, like, is what it is. People's body weight fluctuates all the time. As long as you're happy and healthy, what does it matter? I think if you speak to people like that, when I spoke to like the head of wardrobe, she was totally fine with it. She was like, "Oh yeah, of course. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't because you're struggling with anything." But it was probably in my first year of Mamma Mia when I first joined. I think I was stressed in the beginning because I didn't know what a swing was and I didn't know anything about it. I was like, is it because of why didn't I get picked to be that girl that's front and center? Is it because I'm not as pretty, or you become obsessed with stuff? And I think that's just that young sometimes mentality of where you've gone, "Oh, I'm 21, it's my first job. Is that what it is? It's because she's pretty and she can do makeup really nicely and she's slim," and but I don't. If I want to eat a big bag of cheddar and onion crisps, I'll eat a big bag of cheddar and onion crisps, and I don't care.
Top tier flavour.
Yes,
great
from Aldi.
flavour.
Do you think
From Aldi? I love Aldi.
Me too.
Don't get me started on Aldi.
Me too.
I was like, I'll take it back soon. I find this really interesting because obviously they have more knowledge about your body than a normal employer would, because you need to continually
and you're changing in
fit
front
the
of them all the time. Yeah.
So like if your body is changing and that will cause them during the run to have to remake your costumes, and you've been employed at that thing, then that adds cost. I think that's a different thing. Yeah. But otherwise, does the head of wardrobe have a duty of care over your health and well-being? No. So should they be asking you? Like, my instinct is no. Bugger off. I
think massively nowadays it is social media that you've got this obsession with, like, how you should look. Because I do it, we all do it, like we still do it now, but I don't care as much. It's that you look at someone that's edited their photos, they look incredible, and that's not realistic. That's not how they look. It's like Love Island. I always say this. So I was asked to be a contestant on Love Island in 2019.
Fantastic.
And I didn't. I flew out to Mallorca, and then they were like, "We don't need you." Like, awful.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Brutal. This wasn't just like they messaged you on Instagram. Okay, so you were like part of the like reserve crew.
So like when they do the bombshells or the Casa Amor people
that they pick from based on who's in there and what's happening.
And like say, got the message on Instagram, everything. But I think that's what we see these photos of these girls, they look incredible. And then you actually see them on TV. They still look great, but that's not the same photo of that same person. And we
absolutely not.
No. I think relationships as well, though, are based off that. Like, my sister, for ages, thought like that's what a relationship is. I was like, that's not real. Like, you're put into a TV show like intensely with people who walks around in bikinis every day.
Right. I have been watching the current season of Love Island. Too. And what I find hilarious, right, is they go like, "Can I pull you for a chat?" And then they don't talk about anything other than, like, they're going, "Yeah, our vibe's good, isn't it?" Yeah,
literally like, said this last night. I was like,
gel.
If that was me, I'd be like, "What's your favourite flavour of crisp?" But they don't.
About something, or like have something beyond, like, we've got good chemistry. Like, but they don't.
I like where it's going.
Yeah, but they're not doing the thing to have the thing.
No.
So
I literally said this last night. How funny.
So weird.
Yeah. And I'm like,
they're like creating this false.
Yep.
And maybe we just don't see it, but I doubt it because it would be the most interesting thing they'd show.
Exactly.
And I'm like, wow, they don't actually talk about anything.
My favourite thing is the 3 C's. So if you went to a shop,
right,
what's your packet of crisps, your chocolate bar, and your can of choice, like any drink. That's like my go-to thing.
Bobby, go.
Diet Coke.
Yeah.
McCoy's flame grilled steak.
Elite.
Boom. And Yorkie raisin and biscuit.
Ooh.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Or those Snickers peanut butter little square things that are currently out and about.
Which one are you going for?
I'll go Yorkie because it's always there.
Elite. What's yours?
So mine would be a full fat Coke,
Yeah.
pickled onion Monster Munch,
The roast beef is, God,
then
that would be on my list potentially.
and then a Mars bar.
Oh, classic.
Old school Mars bar choice. I'm a big fan of a Mars bar.
I love I used to have one every day for my breakfast. It was mad.
Did you? I think I'm going full fat Coke as well. Absolutely. I'm also stealing one from you with the McCoy's flame grilled steak.
Just
Yeah,
top
they
tier.
are.
But the second in place for that would have been squares. Do you remember those?
What flavour
Yes.
squares?
The salt and vinegar.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like the
classic.
cheese and onion squares.
They're fine, but I actually don't think squares are that nice. They're just nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
So they're like,
Yeah.
there's like a little thing in there. And the chocolate bar, I actually would struggle to choose, but I think you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I do.
It's a white Kit Kat with Lotus Biscoff.
Oh,
If you haven't seen it,
At the moment, it will change.
It'll
that
change.
changes by the week.
Stefan likes to go through a phase of eating one chocolate bar.
Yeah, because I'll eat too many of them and then I'll
you put off.
swap it.
Get
Yeah,
sick
yeah,
of
course.
it.
get all right, I'll change it up. But yeah, that was some elite stuff. We should.
Why is that? Why are they not saying that on Love Island?
Yeah,
There's something about that.
That would be great content.
Well, to be fair, one of them is going, what type of sweet is she?
True.
And nobody
True.
likes him.
I know.
Oh my God, brutal.
Nobody likes him because he's actually talking about stuff.
He's just normal.
No, he is a bit weird. But
Okay, fine.
nevertheless, if we ever get you on here, Sean, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Right. Do you want to... We've started with one game. Should we
Poor
just
Sean. Is there anything about health and fitness or wellness or anything at all that you'd like to see get in the bin?
Yeah, I think the big one is
Sorry, I just
breaking stuff.
threw something in the bin.
right. That social media. That is just the concept of social media is real life, and that's what you've got to look like. Absolutely not. Get in the bin. I think another one is if somebody does care about their body, like, and how they look, and they go to the gym, why do we criticize them for doing it? Like, if they're happy, going to the gym 7 days a week, wanting to look good, let them do it. Like, why do we care? Why do we say that? Oh, it's because they're obsessed or they're doing this or like? No, let them do it. Get in the bin. They like being that way, and it's the same for like. I always get it all the time. It's but you're just naturally slim. Like, I'm not. Like, I look after myself. Like, it's things like that where you're judging people just because you think you make up an excuse basically before. It's like
You became that character in the moment, by the way. I don't know if you saw it. It was like a transformation moment, like
I'm napped. But no, it's like I get told it all the time. Oh, but you're naturally slim, so it's easy for you. No, I look after myself. Like, just because I don't go to the gym, but I walk hours with my dogs, like, all the time. I skip, got to skip them up in the garden. It's things like that. Why though? Because I'm just slim. Is it? Oh, that you're just naturally that way.
Also, skipping is top level, and also
I love it.
Personally, it just shows a lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, and so naturally slim involves this idea that your metabolism is naturally one way, and guess what? You can change it. So nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, no thanks.
I think if literally, if you're happy, I don't care what you are. Like, if you're happy the way you are, what does it matter? But it's when people go, it's because they're obsessed with going to the gym. I could never be like that. They're happy doing that. Let them do it. Like, so what?
I don't put your stuff onto other
Yeah,
people.
like-
They're not commenting on you not going.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Like, they
Just
don't care. Yeah.
do your own thing.
Yeah.
You're fine.
In the bin, done.
In the bin.
It's the social media thing massive though. I think it's like they edit you always do it. You put your best photo of yourself on, but they edit their photos massively. There's all these apps that you can like make yourself slimmer and like cut. And
You can do it in videos now.
Yeah, which is
crazy.
weird.
It's just
Scary.
there.
Any advice to somebody entering the industry right now?
It's so cliche, but I always say, just be yourself. Like, I say it to the kids that I teach all the time. It's like, there's no point trying to be someone else, because then when they get to know you, that they're going to be like, oh, you weren't that person before. And nobody is you. That's like your unique little thing that I can teach everyone to dance. I could teach everyone to sing this song, but I can't teach you to be your individual personality, if that's, your northernness that makes you, because I think as well, I used to, when I was younger, think that being northern, I had to go into auditions. I was kind of taught this at college that I had to put like an RP accent on all the time. So that's not me. Like when I'm going to start talking to you, I'm not going to talk like that. So it's like, be who you are, like, and just embrace that and enjoy that, because nobody else, that is one thing that nobody else in the room is. It's who you are.
I love that. Took me a long time to accept that.
No, 100%.
It's time. Without changing the expression on your face, you're going to have to deadpan this.
I can't do that. I'll go.
It's now time for you, if you're listening, to try and guess what you think CJ/Joe/Chloe's lie Chloe-Jo lie if she has managed to successfully lie, and if so, what you think it is. Take a moment, pause the podcast. Welcome back. Bobby, I think we're going to have the same guess.
Do you? I don't know if we will.
Oh, what do you think?
I think it's the. I mean, I was torn, one, between the Love Island thing, and then two, this is the one I think it is. I think you can touch your toes. When you were talking about at school not being able to touch your toes, I think you can touch your toes.
Yeah, I wanted to believe the Love Island thing because I got excited, so I didn't even consider that. I think it was the Britain's Got Talent story. So
nice, I hadn't even considered that one.
Hit us, drum roll.
So,
did you lie?
I did lie. It's Love Island.
Oh, it's Love Island.
So I was asked to be on the show, but I never flew out, and I never, went past the first contract phase where I just said no. So sadly.
Well, normally we guess together, but well done.
Thanks.
That was my failure.
No, it was.
Should we play another game?
I think we should.
Let's play another game. So it's going to be a game of this or that. It's going to be 1 minute on the clock.
Oh my goodness,
a game
I'm stressed.
This or that. Lightning round, a la Friends. Stefan, I'll give you two options. You've got to pick one. Right. We'll do this as quickly as we can. 1 minute on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go.
Eggs or bacon?
Eggs.
White bread or brown bread?
White.
The US office or Friends?
Friends.
Cardio or resistance training?
Cardio.
McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
Singing or acting?
Singing.
Sophie or Ali?
Sophie.
Yoga or Pilates?
Yoga.
Family Guy or Love Island?
Love Island.
Domino's Pizza or Papa John's?
Domino's.
Sport or dance?
Dance.
Alcohol or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Matching socks or mismatching socks?
Matching.
Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
Coca-Cola.
Ensemble or swing?
Swing.
Game of Thrones or Glee?
Glee.
Books or Kindle?
Books.
Clean shaven or beard?
Ooh, beard.
Personal chef or personal stylist?
Personal chef.
Opening night or press night?
Oh, opening night.
Sexy or smart?
Smart.
Shower or bath?
Ooh, bath.
Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
Dogs or babies?
Dogs.
Snakes or badgers?
Oh, snakes.
Theme park or water park?
A theme park.
Running or walking?
Running.
Director or choreographer?
Choreographer.
Bobby or Steffan?
57 seconds. Yes. Cashback.
I love watching somebody who comes in who has a male partner when you go clean shaven or personal or beard, and they go.
Right now he's clean shaven.
What does he have right now? And you can watch the process of going. What does he want me to say?
I know he's going to listen like, oh great, I've not got a beard right now. It's like the dogs and babies. I love both. I was like, I've got 2 dogs. I'm going to pick dogs.
Dogs.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. That was very stressful. I'm very intense. My
heart's like that. You'll never calm down. And thank you at home or wherever you might be for listening.
Absolutely. And if you've enjoyed this episode, click those like and subscribe buttons. Find us on Instagram at Fit2 Perform West End. As always, if you've got any questions you want answered by us, slip slide into those DMs. I'll be in there eating a Yorkie.
Trying to touch your toes as well?
No. I can't touch my toes. Come on.
Thanks again for listening. If you like what you heard, we've been Fit2 Talk with our wonderful guest, Chloe-Jo Byrnes, and your hosts, me, Steffan.
And me, Bobby. And if you didn't like it, we've been Joe Wicks. Peace out.